Gemma, this is a little bit of a personal question.
We know each other very well now, Alison. You can ask me anything you want.
I feel like I can ask you anything that I want, but can I ask you, what is your preference when it comes to loo roll?
I see. Thank you.
Do you like a coloured loo roll?
No. Oh, God,
do you like a quilted loo roll?
Well, I do like quilted, but here's my thing. I think when you've lived through the 80s in a comprehensive school, anything after that is just gravy. Because those were tough times back in the day, weren't they?
What, newspaper?
Pretty much, yeah. Just scratchy.
No, but nowadays, what do you use now?
Like I said, when you live through that, anything's pretty good.
Oh, right, OK.
But yeah, and I like something kind of cushioned, but I try and go recycle. Like, because...
Do you?
Well, you try, yeah.
Oh, you're so amazing.
You know.
So, mate, well, listen, our next guest today has quite unusual bathroom habits. Well, it could be unusual to some people, maybe to others not. Rather than using toilet paper, he prefers to use plant leaves instead.
Get him living his best life, having a great time. Robin Greenfield says homegrown toilet paper plant leaves are not only the perfect size and texture, but they also feature a natural minty scent.
But most importantly, he says they're much more cost-effective and better for the environment. He joins us now live from North Carolina to tell us more. Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good morning, dear friends. It's great to be on here with you today.
Oh, it's so lovely to meet you. And are you actually in your toilet right now, or are you in the studio?
Yes, I am actually sitting on my compost toilet. You can't quite see it, but I'm on the compost toilet in studio. It's 5 a.m. here in the United States.
You're in your happy place, my friend. So listen, you live off the grid, Robin. In a nutshell, explain to us what that means. And when did you take the decision to do that?
Sure. Well, yeah, about 10 years ago, I was living a pretty typical, Western U.S. American lifestyle. I was very focused on material possessions and financial wealth. And what happened is I started to watch a lot of documentaries and read a lot of books and learned that the way that I was living, including the toilet paper I was buying, was causing so much destruction to the world. So I decided to break free from consumerism and start to live in a way that is in harmony with the earth. And that's what I've been doing for the last decade.
That's amazing. Yeah. So tell me something. You decided to grow a plant. Who gave you the idea to grow this plant, and what's it called?
Sure. Well, yeah, when I woke up 10 years ago, one of the things that I realized is when I was buying toilet paper like this, I was basically wiping my butt with my money. I mean, the average person spends $11,000 on loo rolls or toilet paper rolls in their lifetime. I did the math, that's 2 months of your working life. And I just said at that time, I'm not wiping my butt with my money anymore. And it took me a while. At first, what I did is I just used napkins that people were throwing away, like these. They haven't been used, but people were throwing them away. But after 5 years, a friend introduced me to the toilet paper plant. He gave me a cutting of the plant like this.
Yeah. And
within a year, I had a toilet paper plant that was about 8 feet wide and was growing enough leaves, I would say, for a family of 5.
So, Robin, how does it work? Like, do you need to dry the leaves, or do you just pick it straight off the plant and do your thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 2 different plants I have here. This is a little baby of the blue spur flower, which is the tropical toilet paper plant.
He'd be for a number 1, would he? That guy, you'd use him for like a number 1 and the other one for a number 2?
No, they're both equally desirable for a number 1 or a number 2. This one here is called mullein, and this actually grows over in the UK. So you'll see this growing all over the place. And as you can see, it's got great sized leaves. And people ask, like, is this big enough for me? Well, here's a roll. Here's the leaf. It's big enough. Even if you have a little bit of a bigger butt, this leaf is big enough for you. And what I love about both of these is that they're just genuinely, like, soft as can be.
Oh. So they're soft, but they're durable, I'm assuming.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if you can see my arm, but take a look. Like I'm giving a hard wipe, a harder wipe than you would give to your bum, and it's still strong as can be. So they're both wonderful plants. Personally, this is the one that I've used for a long time because it's in the mint family. So it's also got a real nice minty smell. Mm-hmm. This is my number 1 preference, but this is my number 2 preference for doing number 2.
I love that. And just out of interest, do you pick as you go, or can you pick it and then leave it on the side? How long does it last?
Well, here's what's the amazing thing is when I pick these leaves, well, here's a stack that I picked yesterday.
Right.
And it's still solid as can be. And with this, I've picked them up to 3 weeks in advance and set them next to my toilet, and they've still been soft and durable. So you can easily pick a multiple day supply and set it next to your toilet, or it's wonderful for camping as well. So this is the toilet paper that can go on the road with you.
Oh, this is
So
amazing.
how, Robin, can you get this out to a wider audience? And how would you say people at home that are watching here in the UK who, you know, unequivocally, we all need to do more and use less. So how can practically we do that on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I love that you asked that question. And there's something that I want to share. And one thing is, like, you know, I'm this guy who wipes my butt with leaves or my bum with leaves. And a lot of people think, oh, man, this guy's... This guy's crazy, he's wiping his butt with leaves. And it wasn't until me doing this campaign for a while that I realized, wait a sec, everybody who's wiping their butt with toilet paper is wiping their butt with plants too. But the difference is they have an industry between them that uses a lot of fossil fuels and water and causes destruction to create this. But this is a plant as well. We're all wiping all of us who are wiping our butt, we're using plants. I've just cut out the middleman, and instead I grow it myself.
I absolutely love this. I think it's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Could we as people, we can't flush those leaves down the toilet, can we? That would be...
Yeah, so my recommendation is, this is my friend, so I don't recommend flushing my friend down the toilet.
Right.
And why would you want to do that to our friend? So I'm sitting on a compost toilet right now, and the reason why is I want to tell a little bit about the compost toilet. What I do after using the leaves is I put them in the compost toilet. What happens is the poop and the leaves, all of it gets turned back into soil, which can actually be used to grow food. I put it on fruit trees. And as far as our climate crisis right now, one of the great revolutions that we could go through is if we stopped flushing our poop down the toilet, polluting our water and making it a problem, we would actually build soil, we'd be able to grow incredible amounts of healthy food, regenerating our soil and helping to alleviate the climate crisis. So this is a big funny thing and it's a joke, but really at the same time it's incredibly serious. What we can do here is revolutionary as far as what we can do for the earth by going back to some of the basics. And that's what I'd like to share is, like, you don't have to wipe your butt or your bum with leaves. It's really about asking the question, where does it come from?
Yeah.
How does it get to me? And what is the impact that it has on the earth? So really what I'm here to do is create critical thinking. You don't have to wipe your butt with leaves. It's really just about rethinking our lives and breaking free from consumerism.
Robin, thank you. It's really inspiring to speak to you.
Imagine
It's been wonderful.
Imagine how if we all took a leaf out of your book, Robin, if we all took a leaf out of your book, how much of a better world it would actually be. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Thanks, Robin.
Yes, and you can turn your cheeks on consumerism.
Oh, you got some great slogans, I tell you. Thanks, Robin.
Well, listen, if you're not quite brave enough to swap your loo roll for plant leaves just yet, our consumer editor, Ali Spear, is here to give us some alternatives, isn't that right?
Let's be more Robin.
Oh,
That guy hasn't taken that smile off his face.
Inspirational, isn't
So
it?
whatever he's doing, I want some of it.
I want some of those leaves.
No, I'm not ready to go leaves yet. But if you think about it, if we just move a little bit towards the Robin ethos, why are we bleaching and quilting and four-plying and packing in plastic, something we are going to use to literally wipe the off our bums? It's ludicrous, isn't it? 27,000 trees every single day are chopped down just so we can wipe our bums. It just doesn't make sense. So, no, we don't want to, you know, the world that we live in here, sort of our westernised world, the infrastructure we have, we can't use leaves. I admire what Robin's doing. But what can we do? And actually, it's easier and it's cheaper than you might expect. So what can we look out for as consumers? Most of the supermarkets, the first thing to look out for is recycled. Just start by using recycled. Recycled paper
Just something simple like that?
Yes, of course. It's using 30% fewer carbon emissions. In the production, it's using less water, less energy. And 5 major supermarkets we've picked out, some have got fully 100% recycled paper, and all of it is in paper packaging, so no plastic. So that's the first thing you're looking for, recycled and no plastic. So Morrison's, I mean, have a feel of it, because that's Morrison's. There we go.
That's nice.
And this is Sainsbury's, 100% recycled. It's fine. As you say, when we grew
toilet
up,
paper.
we would literally wipe our bottoms with grease-proof paper that came out in single sheets.
I remember that.
Wouldn't we? I mean, it just moved things around. It didn't absorb, it just... I mean, I know this is a horrible conversation, but it's true. And actually, they work. They absolutely work. So Morrison's Eco is 48 pence for 100 sheets. I'm going to give a big shout-out to Sainsbury's here, because all the toilet paper I've found, including all of this stuff here, has been around the 30 to 40 pence per 100 sheets. Sainsbury's, the one you looked at, is 18 pence for 100 sheets. By far the cheapest. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So if you're going to do one thing, then move to that. And who gives a C? 31 pence for 100... Where's it gone?
Oh, there, yeah.
There. Yes, I know, we're coming up the rest of the word. Let's not get into trouble, shall we?
That, then?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course it is. But it's half term, so we thought, let's get something right, shall we? So another thing you can look for is the Forest Stewardship logo, which is FSC. Easy for you to say.
What does that mean exactly? You see it quite a lot, yeah.
Basically means that every time they chop down a tree, they're replacing it. They're replenishing the forest as they go, which is a really good thing to do. So now let's move on to bamboo. The old bamboo. It's a fantastic material. Amazing. It grows at a rapid rate of knots. Literally, it's something like 3 feet a month. Yeah. It's ridiculously prolific. It sort of reinvents itself
that one,
in a very non-. No, that's not. It's like, here we go. This one. That's
so
bamboo.
It's still white
Try that
as well?
one.
That's
yes,
great.
this is still white at this stage. So this is Cheeky Panda you're having a look at, which is a 24 box from Ocado. That's 44 pence for 100. Bamboo is natural, it's antibacterial, it's less intensive to forest. It's brilliant. So it's a great material to use. As you say, that's still white. Why are we still bleaching? We've also got bamboo, which has extra long rolls. Its wrap is totally recyclable, it's biodegradable, it's compostable. So look for all the right keywords on the packaging, and as little packaging as possible. That's why they're doing bigger rolls, because less packaging.
Where'd you get bamboo from?
Then we move to, sorry?
You get bamboo from bamboo? Or?
Bamboo is bamboo.com, yes. Then you look at unbleached. So we've got bamboobobby.com. I love this company. They are brilliant. They give 1% of their takings to a non-profit environmental group. They are 100% unbleached bamboo. So you've got your bamboo, but it's unbleached. We don't need our toilet paper to be white.
It's only what we're conditioned to, isn't it?
It's absolutely. This company, Bamboo Bobby, actually offset the emissions of people travelling into work in their company. So they're offsetting everything, which is absolutely brilliant. And just a last shout out to Naked Sprout, who I love. They don't offset emissions because they don't need to, because their factory is 100% solar powered, which is brilliant. You can choose bamboo or recycled. There are loads and loads of options out there, and people would think that's more expensive because you're ordering it online, but it's 30 pence per 100. And just be careful about the way that it comes to you and where your company is based, because obviously that's part of the big cradle to grave picture. So you don't want to be shipping around, bikes travelling all over a city to deliver you your loo rolls. So look at how you're getting it, and look at the ethics behind it. Look at the company. Let's show a little more interest, and let's go. Let's try and switch to recycled and unbleached.
It's not hard, is it, really?
Just do that today. Let's all do it. Today, family, we're going recycled and unbleached.
Thank you, Alice. And thank you, Robin. Well, I mean, what a treat it is to speak to you this morning, and thanks for enlightening us.
Yes, my pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Before you go, can I just ask, how much money have you saved?
Oh, I've saved tens and tens of thousands of dollars over the last 10 years of breaking free from consumerism.
Amazing. Oh, thank you, Robin.
Bye, Robin.
Keep being amazing.
All right, so good to see you.
Nice guy.
As your consumer editor, I think I should go and stay with him for a week.
Go and stay with him.
Yeah, that would
Free
be
of
amazing.
consumerism.
Would you do it?
Yeah, of course I would.
beer
Robin,
on the
I'm on
bridge.
my way.
I'll have a chat.
Yes,
She's going to have to row, that's the only thing.
Oh,
She might
yeah,
be some
true.
time.
I'll walk.